Hi everyone, we're continuing with the question types for the reading section of the IELTS. This time we're going to see the matching information question. What does this question look like? They will refer you to the passage and they will divide the passage into sections, number or letter A to F or to H or to whatever number or letter they need. And then they're going to ask you to match the information to the paragraph. So basically, you have like a list of certain information, certain statements, and you have to find in which of the paragraph that are lettered with this, like A to F in this case, contain the information that they provide. We're going to see an example. But before that, what we want to do, as we always do, we read the question to determine what type of question it is, and we read the instructions. We find the specific keywords. In this case, we find the keywords in the statements, and then we find the keywords in the text. That's why we scan and don't read. We just scan to find the keywords. And remember to use synonyms and concepts. We may not find the specific keyword, like letter by letter, but we'll definitely find the concept or the idea in the text. Things we don't want to do, we never want to assume, we don't autocorrect, we are not unspecific, we don't try to understand everything we read. Remember, we just care about matching. And then, remember, don't expect to see the exact keyword. Yes, we're looking for the keyword, but we may find a synonym or a definition or a concept of the keyword. Okay, we're going to practice and I'm going to show you how this is. We're only going to practice with two statements. So again, remember, they're going to separate the passage into small paragraphs. They're going to number the paragraphs, in this case, letter the paragraphs, and then they're going to give you statements. Okay, you can pause the video right now and find the keywords in these statements. Okay, and I'm going to show you the text. Okay. Now, here is the text. You can also pause it and find the keywords in the text. Don't worry, because we're going to do it together. Okay, and now we're going to see how to apply the strategy. So we're going to find for the first one. So we have a description of how international style buildings look on the inside, right? So basically what we're going to do, since the whole text is about international style building, we're not going to choose this one as a keyword. Why not? Because this is repeating here and probably is going to repeat in 16, 17, 18. So we're not using the one that repeats. We're going to use the ones that stand out from the rest, right? So description of how, right, of how this looks on the inside. And when we want to match, we want to find the information, but not exactly the same words, right? So we go to the paragraph C and we find interiors, so interiors match with the inside, showcase open spaces and fluid movements between separate areas of buildings. So this is pretty much the how they look on the inside. So again, we see that we have found the matching information, maybe not exactly the words. We didn't find the word how, we didn't find the word look and the word inside, but we definitely find the matching words. Okay, then we go to the next one. A reference to institutions that didn't like to use international style buildings, and that is over here. So we have art organizations rarely opt for its austerity, so the institutions will match to the arts organization, and the didn't like to use will match to rarely opted for austerity. Remember to match definitions and be very careful with the negative. So didn't like to use is basically the definition of rarely, right? Rarely means almost never, which is basically the same thing as not liking to use it. Well, I say the same thing, but I know it's not the same thing, but they are matching. Remember, we're playing the game of matching. All throughout the IELTS, basically what we're doing is matching. That's why we don't really care about understanding the whole text that much. We just care about matching. Why is this so important? Because maybe, and specifically in the matching information, maybe we found some matching somewhere else, right? Maybe we find institutions here, because we literally find in letter D, we literally find the word institutions. The word institution is here, the word institution is here. So you may say, okay, it's in D because I just found the word institutions, like exactly the same word. Okay, yes, you have matched part of the question or part of the statement, but where is the rest of the statement? Where is the reference that they didn't like to use? Because here you're saying that the institutions pretty much, rather than loud indeterminate influential institutions that feature Romanesque columns, that they never say whether they like or didn't like to use the international style building. So remember, it's not just matching one part, like every single part has to match. Okay, so remember that the answer is always in the text. It has to match, and don't expect to match the exact keyword, but it definitely had to match with another term. Specifically, I mean, This is so in every single question type in the IELTS, in the reading section for the IELTS, but specifically in the matching question type, like every single part has to match. Again, my advice for you is just practice with full reading practice test, unless you see that your score is very, very low, in which case go ahead and practice with the skill building exercises in the book. That's it for this question type. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and we'll see each other next video with the next question type. Okay, bye.